We welcome you to the Priscilla R. Tyson Cultural Arts Center for our conversations and coffee on this ninth day of October, 2025. And a beautiful day, is it not? Yeah. I'm Ellen O'Shaughnessy, coordinator of the program. We welcome today Mary Razek, ceramic artist exhibiting her delightful art in the loft gallery next door and sharing these beautiful ceramics before us. Mary, stand up there for a minute. Yay! We're so glad to have you. Mary shares that after a 52-year career in accounting, she retired in February of 2020, just 1 month before the world shut down with COVID. She reflects that she had already spent her last 6 years working from home, so isolation wasn't entirely new to her. Daily walks with her little dog kept her grounded, and a flyer from our beloved Cultural Arts Center came her way and kept her dreaming of what's next, huh? In January 2021, she said she finally signed up for an art class. By March, she enrolled in her first hand built ceramics class, and she's been hooked ever since. Now she takes 3 classes a week here and would happily take more. All the better she's found a creative outlet and a community of truly remarkable friends. And I've met so many of you today. How beautiful. Mary, we're delighted to have you with us today and so happy you so much appreciate the community experience here at our beloved Cultural Arts Center. And you gift us with your presence among us. So thank you, thank you. All right, take it away and enjoy.
Thank you very much for that lovely introduction.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to put these up here. I started working with clay, as she said, 2021. And from the very beginning, I knew it was the creative outlet I wanted. I tried painting. I was horrible. So nothing I painted looked like anything it was supposed to. Whereas with this, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It comes out the way it's going to come out, whatever you do. And so I'm going to just kind of walk over here. And this is the very first piece I made, which is up there. I started out, I made this bowl with the help of my teacher at the time. And I thought, what am I going to do with this bowl? Wasn't big enough for anything. So I got this clay and I laid it out and cut out all of these pieces and just let them lay there and dry. And then I stood them up and they stood up. It freaked me out. I could not believe that clay does that. It just amazed me. And so I connected them, but I didn't think, oh, that would make a good flower pot. I didn't put holes in it or anything. So I made this, I don't know what it is, and I slip a pot in there with a plant. It's more like a plant holder. So then that's when I got the idea to start making pots. But I wasn't sure on what size I wanted. So instead, I had it into totems. Because a friend of mine was making them, and I thought, oh, that looks like fun. I'll try totems. So I started out doing what it's like my life. Those are the different states I lived in. There's my heart, which is up here. And this one is my family. This one is my son, my grandson, Miles, and Kara, my daughter-in-law, holds them all together. She's the moon. So that's my family.
How about the family standing up here so they can know they are here? Yeah. Wonderful.
And then this is my heart, my very own. As you can see, it's had hose bone in it. It's a little beat up, a lot of layers. And then to top it all off, it got stuck. See all the wire in the back? I had made this beautiful stand for it, but the stand melted. And the heart got stuck and it was a mess. My teacher, one whack, took it off. Voila, I've got my heart. And to me, it even looks better because it's got more damage on it. So, anyway, those are my. Oh, and this isn't in the pictures, I don't think. No. This is based on a Chinese poem that, let me get it, because you have to hear the whole story. I wanted something that was directional because it was the top of a totem. So I wanted north, south, east, and west. The Azure dragon of the east represents wood, which is this azure dragon here. I don't know if you can see it. That's a dragon. There's the wings. Then you have the vermilion bird of the south, which represents fire. Then you have the white tiger of the west that represents metal. And the black tortoise of the north, or the black warrior, represents water. In this system, the fifth principle, earth, is represented by the yellow dragon in the center. So I took that poem and created that, which was fabulous. I loved it. Loved it, loved it. So now we'll go to another. Oh, there's the heart. Now, as you can see, to make this, I have to start with a tube. And that tube is based on the size of the copper pipe that I use for my totem. And this is just a little bigger than that copper pipe. So I know that it's going to work. And so that's what I use for my base. I put that around it. Then I start building on that, all the layers. And it's, if you looked inside there, you'd be able to see all of that. But it's quite the feat. And I learned that just watching all the people that I work with. They all know how to do all that.
And some of those people are in here with you
Yes,
now.
they
huh?
are. Yes, Melissa, who teaches. Becky, who makes the most beautiful mugs you ever saw. Robin makes incredible bee.
Why don't we stand up here? Let's see. Let's see you.
They'll wave. Then we have Andrea in the back who does hand painted bowls. Then we have Angie who does these rock bowls. Then we have Judith who does all kinds of stuff, mainly porcelain. She just makes beautiful bowls. And oh my God, Felicity, I didn't even see you there.
Yeah, she is.
She makes teapots. She makes Buddhas. She makes robot Buddhas. She makes, God, what have you done? Yeah, the squirrel, the Sasquatch. That was the one I was trying to think of. But they're Buddhas. They're in Buddha poses.
Zen bunnies and squirrels to bring joy and hope and peace into my husband's garden. And Zen Sasquatch, and my latest is a Zen robot.
Oh, that robot is fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, we have a group coming in. I'll let them go ahead and get settled. Keep going? Okay. Okay, now I went from totems to making, I saw this on Pinterest and I fell in love with the pattern, and so I decided I was going to make myself one. Unfortunately, I made it, but it weighs about 30 pounds. It's not something you would want to carry around with you. So I just set it on my table, and then I decided I would make a pot using that same method. Well, that pot, once you put a plant in it, I can't even move it. It sits on a stand in my house and it'll probably be there until who knows when. But until the plant outgrows it, I'm sure. But they weigh too much. They're too thick. You can see how thick that is. So I had to go to something thinner. So that's when I started with this one, which is just a bunch of pieces that I piece together, and I do it starting upside down. I put the bottom on first. Yes.
Go ahead, finish up.
Well, I was going to say I put the bottom on first, then I start putting strips on and pieces and laying them in until I've filled in the whole pot and created a pot. And then I put a band around it, which to me holds it together. I don't know that it's really doing anything, but it makes me feel better.
How do you go about putting the textures on your dipper?
I use pine cones. I use nuts, which I don't have any of those down here. I
See,
I go on walks and it's whatever I see. I come home like a squirrel with my pockets full. And then I unload them into plastic, bring them in here and use them. Like that, all of this is all different nuts and textures. This is a raw pot that I've started on. It's not going to be a pot, that's going to be a vase. It's going to be halaceous plants that will be going into that vase, or a big, huge bouquet. I figure it'll stand up to anything. So, but, and then, let me go back to another slide. Well, this is the beginning of this pot and this pot, which is to me just a slap habit. It's just thrown together. It's quite the mess, but it's pretty. And it holds a plant. It works. That's why I kind of call this utilitarian art, because it's functional. The only thing that's not functional is this. And it would be if you were like, I don't know, Paul Bunyan and wanted a cup of tea. Because it's functional. It just is way too big. Way too big. And these are those finished, the ones I just pointed out to you. Now this is an experiment I will never do again. It's the largest pot I ever made. I had to have Scott come and help me get it out of my car to bring it into the house. It took 4 people to flip it from this to that. Not me. I couldn't do it. I mean, it was 4 big people and they flipped it, and then I started working on it. And I love it. The plant loves it. It looks great in my house, but I'll never do that again. That was just way too big. Way, way too big. So now I'm making normal size pots. This is like an example. And then this one I made for Kara for Christmas. And that was another one I made about the same time. But I really like that size. As you can see, it's like about half the size of this one. And they're very functional. Very, very functional.
are they candy pots for your table and stuff?
Pardon? They're what?
Candy pots for your table?
Oh no, those are my bowls. I put those all over my island at home. And so now I have progressed into making lampshades. This was my first attempt. These were going to hang on the kitchen light that's over my table. This is my table. Up above that, there's a light. Well, these came out to where they would have pulled the whole thing out of my ceiling. I don't know what would have happened. I really don't. So they sat on the table for the longest time. And finally, I turned around and looked at this one lamp of mine and turned it into that. And then I made this for they're on either side of my bed.
Bring us over to that lamp.
Yes. I love this. But it's just, like I say, it would have been upside down and hanging from another lamp like that little one does. But they were just way too heavy. And so now I'm making more lamps. And I absolutely love it. It's like I don't know. Now I just roam around and look at things I can turn into clay. Like my overhead lamp. It's like a drop-in piece of glass. And it's that smoky glass. I'm just going to pop that out, use that for my form, and pop it back in there, and it'll be ceramic. Right in my entryway. Can you imagine all the little stars coming down? It'll be beautiful. But that's my latest. That's what I do now. And then my teapot. And the name Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Sister, is what the Mad Hatter said to Alice at one of the tea parties. I love that. Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tea, sister. Or tears, rather, tea. Oh, it's supposed to be tea. I just realized I wrote tears up there. It's supposed to be blood, sweat, and tea, sister. Oh, well.
The artistic process.
Yes, the artistic process. This is my first PowerPoint presentation ever in my life. Ever. Took me forever to learn PowerPoint. But once you do, I'm set now. I can do this forever. Anyway, questions?
Yeah, so Mary, what got you started into this process?
The strip? It was that
Anything as far as the ceramic is concerned, what drew you to that?
I think it was the days when I was younger playing with modeling clay. Remember you used to get those boxes and it'd have like strips of all the different colors? And I'd mix them all together and make dinosaurs and all kinds of things. It never hardened. Wasn't like Play-Doh. But it was, you could get your fingers. I love that feel. Oh, when I was younger, like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10. That was our fun thing, was clay. Yes.
I'm sitting next to the microphone. One of my favorite things that I know and remember about Mary is pretty soon after I first met her and started taking classes, I said something about her artwork, and she said, "Oh, I never was an artist. I'm not really an artist. I'm an accountant." And I just wanted you to speak to that because I just think, I think that's fascinating.
Well, I don't think of myself as an artist. I think of myself as making things I need. It's things I need. I'm not going to go pay the prices they charge for these pots anymore. I refuse to do it. And I have plants out the yin-yang. I'm also a master gardener, so you can imagine. And I'm constantly saving them over the winter and potting them up, and I refuse to let them die if they have any life left in them. And then I go to Lowe's on the clearance rack and come home with more, and then I have to make more pots. So it's a never-ending thing. But between pots and lights, I got it made. I got it made. Yes.
Let's say I go down there and see you made some pasta and big enough for you to get in. She said, but why do you make it so big? I mean, it's fine to just fly.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I started big. Like Andrea, she makes little things. And Angie makes little things. I've never made a little thing. I don't. Why? I mean, my balls are little because I can't make big ones yet. Haven't learned how yet. But I do have some basketballs at home that I'm going to practice with. So we'll see how big these balls come out. It's just fun making big stuff. And you might start out small. This wasn't going to be this big. It just morphs. They grow. They just keep stretching. The clay moves and I don't know. But as you can see, I have certain colors I absolutely love. I didn't notice that until I put it all together today. A lot of turquoise, a lot of burnt red. Those are my favorites. Well, anyway, thank you. Oh, and Andrea.
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about your process of like your color selection, the glazes.
Ah. Well, most of mine, like this one, I did all in metallics. And the only reason I threw the color in is because I had thrown these colored beads in that I had made. Otherwise, the whole thing would have been metallic. And then I meant to bring my little thing in. The way I did these rivets, I found this, ornaments when you hang them in the tree, it's got that little thing that fits on the top. That's what I used to make my rivets. And I took a piece of this wire and wrapped it around, so it wrapped around my finger because, as you can see, my fingers don't bend the way I want them to sometimes. But anyway, I wrapped that around and then I just started poking that thing in there. But that's what I used, and then I used straws. That was fun.
Holes all the way through?
No, they're just putting a dent in there. Just to make a rivet. I wanted to make it look like a rivet. And that was the closest I could come in my mind. I wanted to make it look very industrial. I think a lot of my stuff kind of looks industrial, the more I look at it, the way it layers. But anyway, it's fun to do. It's very fun. Yes.
Oh, I'm not sure if we missed it, but I'm curious what clay body do you like to use?
Oh, no, I never mentioned that. Brown clay is
Repeat
my
that
favorite.
for us. Would you repeat that for us?
I asked what kind of clay she likes to use.
I usually use the brown clay that they get from Columbus Clay here. It's like $5 for a big old hunk of it. But it goes fast. Goes very fast.
Has a lot of red clay.
Oh, I love red clay. I love any clay with color. I started out with a white clay and it just, I don't know. But the glazes to me pop better on brown.
You remember Nicodemus at Ohio State, and he made those bluebirds?
No.
Well, he made the bluebird is what's really pretty. My sister asked.
Wow. Nice. Yes.
Is it like relaxing to just so here when you like do painting and do more?
Pardon?
Is it like a relaxing day?
Oh, very much so. Oh, very much so.
Again, would you repeat that?
She asked if it was very relaxing to do what I do, and yes. Oh, so much. And satisfying. Yes.
That one, the light in it. Yeah, that one.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, I got a church I'm gonna put a light in.
Oh, yeah?
I'm thinking church, though, we can put a hole in the bottom of it.
That's all it is.
And just put a bulb up in there.
Yeah, that's all you do is you just, the little thing that you screw on. I use that for my template to make sure I get my hole big enough so that it'll slide right on there. And then you screw that little plastic thing on and then put your bulb in. Works great.
I'll use this microphone. Okay, from start to finish,
Uh-huh.
how long is your process, let's say, on
this pot that you're working on now.
Like, well, this, okay, let's take this one because this one I just finished. This one here took me, I want to say, 18 hours. It was about 6 classes, 3 hours a class. That's everything. Because it was about 9 hours to make and then about 9 hours to glaze. And I have to put Bisfix on. I always have little fine cracks that I like it perfect before I glaze it. So, but that's not bad. This one took 42 hours. That one took forever. Because a lot of it was trying to figure out how the hell to do it. I mean, I didn't even know where to. I started upside down as usual. And then I had to take it off about here and start adding these. But you had to keep it all puffed out while you're adding.
Is there a hole for that?
No. I had like a big ball, something round that I used. But this, nothing. That was just wrapping until it stood out. And you had to get it up high enough. But yeah, I love that. I just love that. Even though it's useless as can be. I love it. I love the colors. I love everything about it. It just makes me happy. I even found a place at home. I'm going to put it on a top shelf. It'll just sit there and I'll dust it occasionally. And
So why did you pick the Culture Art Zone?
I love it down here. I came down here, I don't know. I came down here for that first class and I was kind of nervous because it was right after COVID and I just felt comfortable. And at that time, I was signed up for ceramics art. Plus, I was taking the drawing with, what's her name? Cute, dark hair. Tanya. She is awesome. And she had the patience of Job with me and all of us in there. There were probably maybe 20 of us. And out of the 20, maybe 3 were good. The rest of us were hopeless. But she just stayed with us, you know. And then I told her, I said, I tried it 2 sessions and I gave up. I said, no, I'm going to ceramics.
Did you ever do any classes with Joe Lombardo?
No.
He taught at Clemens College of Art and Design. I think he was a valedictorian there.
Aha.
It was really wonderful. He could help you do anything.
Oh, yeah? Well, the teachers I have here are fabulous. Adina Griffith and Sarah Hahn are my 2 teachers, and they are fabulous. I know I saw Adina. Okay. You're Adina, do you want to come forward?
She's like, not really. Just peeking around the door. Okay.
But, it's just little tips, like using a paintbrush to clean up your seams. Just little things like that that you wouldn't even think about. Or put an underglaze on the bottom so that it doesn't stick to the kiln, but it's finished. You don't have it raw. Like these are underglazed, the bottom, so then I could just set it in there and it doesn't stick. Yes.
The blue underneath that one pot, straight back.
This way?
Yeah, that blue underneath. Is that upside down?
That's just a pot upside down. That's just a scarf on there. Yeah. I just made them. I wanted height so you could see everything because I knew I had it.
Beautiful. It's artistic.
Kind of
presented, huh?
Well, any more questions yet?
Or curious, what's your process for picking projects when you're done with one?
I have a list.
Do you design it out, do size, or just it's a one line, this is the best and we did?
Sometimes I'll start to make like a form. I'll get like a platter and cover it with bubble wrap or something and make the form I want and have it sit there and wait for me to pick it up and use it. Other times it's just a list. Like I want to make some more totems. I want to make some more signs for my garden. I want to make some twirly things. I don't know. They kind of look like birds. they stand up and they get like, I don't know. It's hard to describe it. It's like the top, and then they stand about this. But you know, you've got to think about the kiln. That's our limitation. Is the size of the kiln. You can't go bigger than the kiln, unfortunately. But anyway, things I like Roz, this one lady that we play with. She makes these dragons that she has all through her garden. And then another lady, Amy, makes mushrooms that go all through her garden. So I want to do things like that.
Yes.
And Julie?
Here, you have a favorite thing that you've made.
My heart,
I'm going to repeat that. A favorite thing you've created.
my heart and my family. Those are my two favorites. That's why I had to bring them today. Those just came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't make a plan or anything. I made my little pole, you know, to start building it on, and then I just started building.
So the family part of it, is that part of a totem pole or anything? Okay.
See, it's on a. Yeah, it's on. See it?
Oh.
It slides up and down. This is a bird feeder. That's what I use to hold them up when I'm making them. Hey, it works.
Well, Scott, son, let's hear your reflections on your mom's love of this art. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she has always been artistic, even though she's been an accountant. She lives in an artistic mindset, in an artistic world. She sees the world through an artistic lens. So her gardening is extraordinary and crazy, if you want to see it. Now imagine her garden in the back of Gehenna that looks a little like this, but is beautiful and well done and well taken care of and meticulously maintained and gorgeous. And she's always done that. And she's been interested in writing and drawing and sculpture, and she's always talked about this. So this comes as no surprise to me. Maybe some of the pieces come as a surprise to me because I think they're surprising to her too. But I'm just very proud of her. I'm very proud that we're happy she found this wonderful community, and the joy it brings her is just thrilling to both of us. And I love her.
So Scott, I want to ask you a question. Are you the one that gets to stack the totem poles and stuff like that? Yeah, yeah. Somebody had it. She's 4'2", so I'm 5'2", so I'm much taller. So together we're almost 9'4". So we can get to the top of her tallest totem if I stand her on top of me. And we had ladders. I had to pound the poles into the ground about 2 feet
10-foot power
in the winter.
carried it 3 feet in the ground.
That was a little nerve wracking on top of the ladder. It was fun.
See, I get on my ladders all the time. I straddle the top of them. I ain't a girl.
Perfectly short.
I can't. I can't. That's the problem. The bigger ladders I can't pick up.
And turquoise comes from her vast collection of turquoise jewelry, which she's had since I was a very small boy. So I always remember her wearing turquoise through my whole life.
It's my happy color.
It's her happy color. But you were doing macrame when I was 4.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
What was that when you were 4?
That's right. I used to do macrame, and when I lived in Colorado, I worked at a ski resort called Crested Butte, and I worked for an interior designer, and I did macrame hangings for the different condos there. I forgot all about that.
Complicated as these. So, from a macrame point of view.
Yes, from a macrame point of view.
Practiced a lot of different art, even though you're not really an accountant.
No, I guess not.
You've been lying to them all.
I have. I've been lying.
And Scott, you will be tomorrow celebrating your mother's birthday. Should we say yes?
So, everybody say happy birthday to the
7-7 on 10-10.
just passing the harvest moon. Beautiful.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Oh, more questions. Oh my goodness.
My name is Bonnie Kriebel, and I'm going to have a show down here in March.
Oh, yay.
And I try to make things look realistic, and sometimes do, and sometimes they don't.
So what do you do? What is it?
I do pastels
Oh, nice.
and sometimes a watercolor.
Uh-huh.
So I invite you all to come in March.
Oh, I will for sure.
When we will be returning back from the Fran Ryan Center, a little interim time. So we'll celebrate, huh? We'll be leaving, as you probably all know, in mid December or toward the end of December for renovation here, for new life, creation of different aspects of the Cultural Arts Center.
A new elevator.
Uh-huh.
Or a revision on the elevator.
So we'll
Of course, that's
celebrate.
always an adventure.
Yeah. Wonderful. Any other thoughts or comments? Yes. Now let's give her the microphone there.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to know, have you ever broken any of those by making them?
I just broke this off today.
Oh.
And Adina glued it back on for me. Oh, she's gone. But Adina glued it back on for me. I hit it on the door coming in. It was hanging over. It's very easy to do. I try not to, but and I also chipped this one somewhere. But it's okay. They're tough.
You never build this self.
I haven't yet. I would like to start making some for the gift shop eventually, but what do you charge for that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And right now I'm selling them all myself, so I'm not too worried about it. They're just everywhere. My living room alone has, I don't know, probably 10. Then you go in the kitchen, and then you go in the bedroom, and they're everywhere. Anywhere you can put a plant.
Light fixture. I think that's really successful.
No, you were a man.
I'm snuttering.
Yes.
I know you were doing some hanging light fixtures. Did those work out too?
I'm starting on them again. I'm down smaller now. For that hanging light over my kitchen table, I'm bound determined to get those made. But it's about a third of the size of that.
I think that's beautiful. So piercy.
I know, I like those. I wish they'd worked originally, but I like them. I like the way they came out.
Is that one of the hanging ones?
Uh-huh. All 3 of them came out that size. Could you imagine? I mean, it would have, like I say, pulled my whole ceiling down. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously not. But that's okay. That worked out.
You cut the holes out with that.
I used my hand on the little crosses and the squares, and then straws, different size straws. I've got like a big one and a little one. But I love the way the light comes through there. It's so pretty.
Does the weather in Ohio, for the ones that you keep outside,
I don't keep anything out.
yeah, outside, okay.
Soon as I hear frost, Sarah's the one that told me that. Sarah Hahn. She said, when frost comes, bring in your stuff. That's why when Roz keeps all hers out. And they're okay. Now hers are thick, whereas mine are thin, or I don't know. But I bring all mine in. I either put them in the garage or put them in my house somewhere. Fine.
Son does a lot of work, believe in.
Yeah. I have 3 big pots. He always has to move for me. In the spring, we bring them out. In the fall, we put them in. And then I bring all the rest of them in because I can carry them. But those 3, they're like that huge one. I could live in them. In fact, one of the ladies the other day in class, she said, one of these days you're going to make something that you can just live in. like a little mini house. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for coming. This was fun. It wasn't nearly as painful as I thought it was going to be.
And Mary, let us know if any of these are available for us to purchase. That's a whole new world, isn't it?
I know, right now.
We had to come to your living room, right?
Eventually, maybe I'll put a table at the end of my driveway.
Well, there's oh, did you hear what your son was said? Yes. And you can use some of your many years of accounting to bring that business into this beautiful expression of art. So,
Thank you so much.
all right. We thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
wonderful, wonderful. And so great of you all to be here.